Alright, welcome to SoFlo TV again, everybody. It's your host with the most. So, the whole mental health issue in Jamaica thing rears its ugly head again. We've done many videos before on the mental health issue, but between myself and Brains and the Beat channel and us doing them together and separately, those are probably our lowest viewed videos, which tells you that not too many people are interested in discussing mental health in Jamaica until something like this happens. So, the husband of 34-year-old attorney at law, Nordraka Williams Burnett, has reportedly been battling mental illness issues for some time now. But at least one neighbor only knew him as a decent Christian man. The husband, who is also a lieutenant in the Jamaican Defense Force, is now in police custody in connection with the early morning murder of Williams Burnett at their West Kirkland Heights home in Upper St. Andrew. Okay? Now, this afternoon, police personnel escorted the soldier into a Ministry of Health van outside their house to be taken for treatment. Only moments earlier, undertakers removed Williams Burnett's body from the rented two-story house she shared with her husband, their two children, and their landlord. The couple's two daughters are now staying with relatives. A nice Christian people, decent and go church every Sunday, said a neighbor who asked not to be identified. The neighbor said that she was shocked to learn of the murder. Another man who identified himself as a cousin of the deceased sat distraught in a car near the crime scene. Williams Burnett headed the conveyance department at the law firm Townsend, White and Porter in downtown Kingston, Jamaica. Okay, so a member of the Jamaican Defense Force is now in police custody after allegedly stabbing his wife to death, is the headline that ran in the news yesterday. The deceased was identified as Nordraka Williams Burnett, an attorney at law at the law firm Townsend, White and Porter. And must I tell you that this is a very prestigious law firm for those of you who do not know. So she was not just any old regular individual, schmegler degler, and it's not saying that all lives aren't equal, but I'm just telling you that it's a prominent individual who, with a brilliant mind, wasn't out there wasting her time and her energy. This wasn't no dancehall party stab up. Although I never hear nobody get stabbed up in a dancehall yet, so I'm not putting nothing bad upon dancehall. I'm just saying. This wasn't no careless living. It was, she was doing all the things then that you would hope for your daughter to be doing with her life. You know what I'm saying? And she died anyway. It's just like sending your kids to school and some mentally deranged person like in the United States of America load up an AK-47 or M16, walk into school and just start shooting students, 22 dead, and these kind of things. Mental issues, right? One of the lead attorneys at the firm, Christopher Townsend, told the Gleaner that he was informed that the husband allegedly attacked his wife sometime in the morning at their Kirkland Heights house in St. Andrew. Now, Townsend further said that he was informed that the loud screams were heard coming from the couple's apartment, which caused an alarm. It is reported that a concerned resident went to inquire and discovered Williams Burnett bleeding from stab wounds inside the apartment. It is further reported that the couple's two young daughters were also inside the apartment at the time of the alleged incident. Man, that must have been traumatizing for them to witness their dad murdering their mother, which of course will cause further mental trauma in life, right? Not only him already suffering, but the children will also suffer to some degree. They're going to need a whole lot of counseling, psychotherapy and all that to get through this. According to Townsend, the children were not harmed and they are now with relatives. Now, listen, here's my thing. The description was that when they went to the apartment, the house, he was sitting in the room on the bed with the body, right? So it's not like the man stab her up and run. He stabbed her to death, multiple stab wounds, and he stayed there with the body. Now, let me say this again, reiterate for a lot of people who might have some kind of a misunderstanding. All right? I have great respect for the JDF. If anything, I am biased about the JDF. For one, I myself am a soldier, and I did 10 years as an infantry soldier. And then, for two, my father himself was a career soldier with the JDF, an intelligence officer with the JDF as well. So I have great respect for the JDF. I know that majority of them are well-trained individuals, well-disciplined individuals, and we would not expect something like this to happen. What does this tell us? This tells us that mental health issues can hit anyone. I know right now it seems as if, because we didn't know about it before, so when the story was released, the way it was released made it seem like, okay, he was in uniform, he was a soldier, everything was good. Soon as he stabbed his wife to death, then suddenly he's mentally ill. That's why we put videos out, or I put a video out yesterday, and I believe my wife did as well, saying stuff like,
didn't know that they hired.
I didn't know that the JDF hired and kept in uniform mental patients or mentally ill individuals, because that's what the headlines in the papers would lead you to believe, right? Now, I'm not coming to the defense of this attorney, or not this attorney, rest in peace. I'm not coming to the defense of this soldier. What I am merely doing here is trying to use this situation to raise awareness, because like I've said before, we've done videos on mental health, right, in Jamaica, in the Caribbean diaspora, in the African American or African descent community, and in the community of black people worldwide. You will recognize that mental health is stigmatized, from Africa to the Caribbean to the US, the Americas, all over. Within our community, mental health is stigmatized. Many people in Jamaica would often believe that, and still do to this day. There are a couple of things. For one, something them put in him weed and him go smoke weed with them boy they oversaw and them coke him spliff. Or they would believe something like, obia them obia him, you know. Somebody obia him, so we have to go find one next obia man to take it off of him. Or they would believe something like, well, there are lots of Haitians moving onto the island, so bad spirit will go around and one of them possess him. Anything else other than what it is, a chemical imbalance in the brain, which can actually be brought about. This is scientifically proven that any human being, right, it takes 2 to 3 events back to back. Here's an example. You're very close with your parents. Your mom passed away, right? Your mom passed away after battling some kind of illness. Your dad going to work, just buried mom, security guard, night shift, somebody break in where him work, shoot him, kill him. And it happened within a couple of weeks of mom dying. Your younger sister in a car accident, she dead. 3 events in a row, and your brain is going to need a whole lot of help to carry on with life, right? So mental health can affect any one of us. It's not something you can pray away. It's not something to get religious about. It's not something about no obia. It's none of that. It is a chemical imbalance in the brain. Even depression, after a while becomes a mental health issue, a clinical depression. And I implore my audience to go and Google it and look it up, and you will see that depression versus clinical depression are 2 different things. Once you reach a clinical depressive state, you're going to need medication. Now, in this case, what I think happened or could have happened is this man was put on some medication, and these are side effects. They probably caused some form of psychosis. He was hearing voices, that kind of thing. Some little argument go off, him a look upon him wife, voices that say, yo, she have next man, you know, she go left you, she'll take your picnic them, all kind of things. And being in the vulnerable state he already is in, he opted for what the voices were telling him to do. Now, to this point, he has not spoken yet. So I haven't heard him say, me no know what, me know I was just there and we have one simple argument which normally we could be able to quell. But this time, what happened was, me did I hear some voice, and the voice I said, I just take my medication, and the medication was causing me to hallucinate. This is very, very real. Also, go and look up on Google the side effects of antipsychotic medication. Some of them make people even more psychotic than they would have been in the first place before they even took them. And this is big pharmacy for you, right? Now, I'm going to leave this right here, and I want you to leave your comment in the comment section below. Tell me what you think about this and address mental health issues as well. It's SoFlo TV, man. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I'm out. Peace.